remember what was going on, but anyway, it wasn't happening in the studio for some reason. And I think we'd had maybe about 4 or 5 hours left. It was tea time, and somebody said, well, what are we going to do then? We can't just go back to creation with nothing. And someone said, well, why don't we just do a new tune? And we didn't have any new tunes, but so I went into the back room. Someone suggested going in and writing one. I think that's the only time that had ever happened in the entire 100 years we were together. And I just wrote this song, and it was kind of a stream of consciousness thing. That the lyrics don't really mean, well, the lyrics don't mean anything. Apart from Elsa, she was a real dog. She was the studio engineer's dog, and the lyrics don't mean a great deal. I mean, a lot of my songs are kind of open to interpretation, I guess is the best way to put it. But it's still, out of all the singles, my favourite, I think. And that guitar sound there, I've never been able to recreate that. I don't know how on earth I've done that. But it was a signpost of I guess of things to come in British music at the time. And that guy on backing vocals is a guy from Liverpool called Anthony Griffiths, who ended up suing me, funnily enough. This video was shot on top of a hotel in opposite King's Cross Station. I always thought it'd be a bit more glamorous when we got there, making videos, you know. Not like nowadays, Dizzy Rascal and all that, they got to Barbados and stuff. Yeah, we went to a roof of a hotel in King's Cross. And the bit where you see the plane coming over and where we're all bending down like a bunch of idiots, the helicopter there, look. The video director was saying, that bit there, he was trying to get us to do this thing, and he was saying, yeah, no, but in the end it'll look like there's a jumbo jet just flying above your heads. You know, it looks nothing of the sort. It looks like 4 geezers bending over and, you know, footage of a plane flying over. But, yeah, cheap and cheerful. Look good on the chart show though, I've got to say. Done the business. Seems like it was a nice day. That's all I've got to say about that.
Could you talk to us about Mark Stacey, because he directed a bunch of your early stuff, how you met him?
We met the director through, I don't know how we met him. What was I dressed like there? I looked like fucking Columbo. I don't know what that's about. I don't know how we met him. He's a crazy kind of guy though, do you know what I mean? He was, as I guess all video directors are. I've seen him recently, having a row with his wife in Habitat. I haven't seen him for like since 1995 or something, and then I bumped into him having a row with his missus. It's not what they're having a row over. I don't know. Curtains, I'd expect. Women get very, very, very possessive about curtains. But he done the next video that's coming up, and I think he got the boot quite soon after that. I don't think Liam liked him, which usually ends up with someone getting the sack. And there we go. That's my house. That's my mum's house in Burnage. All this is shot in Burnage. I've no recollection of writing this song. Not in the slightest. I don't know when it was written. I don't know why it was written. I don't know how it was written. I'm not sure what I ripped it off. Not a clue. Why it's the second single is a mystery to me, because obviously there was a lot better tracks on the album. But if I remember correctly at the time, Creation, there's my mum's house, look, just there. I remember at the time Creation, we were sitting on Live Forever was going to be the third single, and we needed something that was just a bridge between Supersonic and Live Forever. And I don't know why Shaker Maker was chosen. It's still a mystery to me. But it's basically 12 bar blues with a load of nonsense sang over it. We haven't played it for years. But all these bits here were filmed just outside Bonehead's back garden, where we shot the cover for Definitely Maybe. There's Brian Cannon in that car, who used to do all the covers, that chap there, Brian Cannon. I actually thought that the covers were more important than the music. He's now a lawyer, funnily enough. I had a good laugh doing this video. There's a signed Manchester City football worth virtually nothing. Is it a good tune? I don't know. It's catchy enough, I suppose. One thing I remember about this is we never had this verse that's coming off about Mr. Sifter and all that. We never had that verse for ages. We used to sing the words from the Coca-Cola advert over it. I guess that must be where I've nicked it from, obviously. And it came to putting it out, and we needed another verse. So we were going down to Johnny Marr's studio in Manchester. And I kind of spent the weekend getting hammered instead of writing. And I don't know what I thought I was playing at. I was just going to make it up when I got there. And anyway, I made it up in the car on the way to Johnny's studio, because we stopped outside Sifter's record shops at the traffic lights. And they weren't green, they were red. But I thought if they were green, that would make it quite weird, you know. It's called Flying by the Seat of Your Pants. That's me hand clapping there. Let's see, who are these guys in the video? Don't know any of them. I know him, obviously. I think that's done in the park behind Bonehead's house. Nice trainers. I don't know who that old fella is. I've never seen that before. Here it is, Sifters. This is our local record shop in Burnage. Second-hand record shop. I don't think you could buy anything new from it. It's where we bought our records from. It's where our record collections came from. It's a brilliant record shop. Not for the not because it's got rare or sought after stuff there, but it's got all the stuff that you would want, like all the correct best ofs and all that. That's my mum's front. That's where Liam was living at the time at my mum's. But I think it's still there, Sifters. You should check it out next time you're in Burnage. I think it's on the Oasis tour now. There's a tour that goes around Manchester. It's very sad. That goes, significant places in Oasis history. And if you're going on it, don't fucking ride on my mum. She's in enough trouble at the minute. Someone from a record company once said to me "Are you singing She Clothed Me?" An American said that to me once. Hensel's never quite making it over there. Live Forever was the first tune that I think really cemented our place as a great singles band, I think. It's I wrote it in about, it didn't take me long to write this song, maybe half an hour. Wasn't a great effort to write this, as all the best ones generally tend to be. It was the one that kind of convinced everybody that we were the real deal, I think, and not just a bunch of shit kickers from Manchester. I think they call it a classic now, don't they? I think Alan McGee fell in love with the demo of that song for ages before we actually signed the deal. He thought we were going to go and take bigger money from somewhere else. But yeah, it's funny that listening to it now, they used to slag me off for playing the guitar solo because it was a bit like I don't remember, some guy from some fucking indie band having a pop in the press that was playing guitar like Eric Clapton, which is a fucking insult, but you know, come on, it's better than that. Yeah, Matey Boy soon gave up singing the falsetto bit after that. I think he thought it was a bit gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay, obviously. But this video was shot in New York in the middle of an American tour. You can see everybody's really pleased to be there. Look at that. I didn't bother going to the second day because I'm not in this bit at all. I just couldn't be fucking arsed. It's funny. I'd kind of grown out of the video experience quite quickly. By the third one, it was just like, this is a load of bollocks. Standing around all day doing the same old shit 500 times. This bit's in Central Park. Not that bit. Not that bit. Not that bit. That bit's in Central Park. It was boiling as well, as I remember, like a proper heat wave. Yeah. That's the director bust into Bonehead's hotel room and just filmed him in the shower with his sunglasses on, not naked, I might add. That'd be weird. But it seems like this guy was just making it up as he was fucking going along, because this bit where he was saying we should bury the drum kit, and I was saying, why don't we bury the drummer? And he was like, yeah, we'll fucking bury the drummer. And I was like, wow, is that how easy this is? He just fucking randomly suggests nonsense and people just go and film it. Yeah, one of our best, I think, or one of my best even.
Did you think it was prescient that you were burying Tony McCarroll?
No, everybody else did. I wasn't there. I didn't give a fuck about. I'm not into symbolism or any of that shit. Everybody only thought it was symbolic after he got the boot, which was ages after that. But you know. Well, I must have eventually turned up. That's me there, laying a reef. It's great. It's all a bit mad, this video, isn't it? Fucking nonsense. Fuck me. There's a lot of Adidas going on in here. Ooh, he's risen from the dead. How mad. Well, this was the fourth single off Definitely Maybe. This is where it starts getting absolutely mental for Oasis. Because when you release a fourth single off an album, it's kind of, you're not really expecting it to do anything, you know. I don't think we've ever released 4 singles off an album since, have we? Maybe we have, I don't know. But it went absolutely mad after this single. This was our biggest single to date. It's bigger than Live Forever and the other 2. But it's a proper youth anthem, I think. And I would have enjoyed doing this video because we were playing live in the Borderline in London, and someone said they were going to get the birds in and all that, you know, on the booze, you know. What's not to like about that? But it's another one of our standout Oasis fans' favourites, I think. Is she really that pissed, do you reckon? I don't know. Who's that guy? I remember when Alan McGee first heard this track, he went absolutely fucking nuts. He was going on. I didn't realise that the social content of the lyrics that I'd cobbled together for this song, until he pointed out that is it worth the aggravation to find yourself a job when there's nothing worth working for? Which I guess is quite poetic in a way. I gotta say, it was all, I don't know, it was all off the top of my head. Is it genius? Oh, same to you, mate. Is it genius? I don't know. But this looks like it was a good laugh, this video. I remember the day being quite long and boozy. I think we were actually in between takes. We were playing. I think we were playing stuff off Morning Glory, and nobody would have heard it by that point. Was that Gwigs just then, or was that a mannequin of Gwigs? Who knows? Happy days. Happy days. Was there really all these birds in this video? It's like a fucking scene from Britain's Next Top Model. You won't get away with that now. The missus wouldn't let you do a video like that now, would she? It'd be fucking uproar. What do you mean there was fucking 60 pissed up birds in the toilet? What? Hang on a minute, what's all that about? All the endings for these songs, they go on for fucking ages, don't they? We were having a good time though, I think. I never got off with that girl there, by the way. There's no chance of that. See how fit she was? No, it's, yeah, all for the video, I'm afraid. No, I was fucking drunk in this video. Look how pissed I am there. I remember, I don't know where I was living at the time, right? But I woke up in a fucking stranger's house the morning of this video, and I didn't have a mobile or anything. This is before mobiles, right? And all I remember having was somebody had given me the address of the video shoot the night before, and we went out, and I fuck knows how. And I remember waking up and thinking, shit, man, I'm supposed to be doing a video today. And I left this gaff wherever it was, and I remember thinking, I've got to get a black cab. That's me really pissed. And I remember sitting down in the middle of the street. I think it might have been on Edgware Road somewhere. I'm falling asleep at a bus stop, and then going. They're the clothes I went out in the night before. I remember Liam being furious that day because I think it's the one time I've been more drunk than he has.
Whatever you say, if it comes my way, it's alright.
This song was written before we had a manager or a record deal or anything. Hello. And yeah, it's the song that gets most requested at Oasis gigs. Yeah, a fan favourite, is what they call it, isn't it? In fact, no, I haven't seen this video for ages, but I know I get really, really fucking annoying towards the end of this. I think I might have been sweeping up at one point.
Do you never get involved with the ideas?
No, I fucking hate videos. I hate everything about them. I hate the fact that they cost a fortune. I hate the fact that you've got to be there at 8 in the morning. I hate the fact that you don't leave until 8 the fucking next morning. I don't like the fact that the people who are making them think they're fucking making Apocalypse Now. And everything is the most important. This is the really important shot, and this bit we're getting, it's fucking bollocks. It's nonsense. And even then, it was all right because there's like the chart show and all that. Do you know what I mean? Who fucking watches videos these days? No one. A right fucking con, if you ask me. Well, that's psychedelic, isn't it? But I do like. I love this tune. We could never really perform it live without the strings, and we were always too loud to have the strings on stage, so it never really we never really fucking, that's probably the last time I ever ate McDonald's. We never really done this song justice live. I don't think we ever played it after 1995, 1996. It's a catchy little number though. I wonder where all these people are who are just aimlessly walking around with violins. The mad thing about this song is we released it Christmas week, and it was vying for the Christmas #1. We hadn't had a record deal. We'd only just signed a record deal a year before, and we were going for the Christmas #1. That's insane. Nice moves there. Look at that. Hacienda gear, that is. And I think Mariah Carey got to #1. I don't know what it is with. It's fucking nonsense. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I think. And yeah, that's how invincible we felt. It was like, well, if we'd have put it out 2 weeks later, it'd have been #1 for weeks. What? It sold a fucking shitload. No wonder people like it. Everyone must have a copy, eh? I look like I've got someone else's clothes on there, don't I? I look like I've got my older brother Paul's jumper on or something. I can't begin to tell you how pissed I was. I was shit-faced. Yeah, I guess after this it was like we became a bona fide big band, and then American people started getting involved in making the videos and all that shit, and that's when the videos were like the videos that you imagine. You know, you go into big fucking aircraft hangars and it's like, you know, you'd imagine that Duran would be on the set or something. God Lord. But yeah, I think this kind of wraps up the first part of Oasis, which is quite innocent and pure. I think when I listen to these strings, I think that it's kind of it's a kind of lament in a way. Do you know what I mean? To our youth as a band, it started to get very serious after that. You know, we were kind of a big rock band, although we didn't feel it at the time. There you go. You're welcome. I got a skinhead. Why'd I have a skinhead? There's Not a bad video as it goes, though, is it? Well, some might say I fucking love this song. I'd put it second only to Supersonic. I don't like the sound of it though. The sound of this, all the stuff that comes Morning Glory, it's fucking horrible. The recording sessions are parties with a bit of fucking recording thrown in at the end, if anybody can be arsed. But you'll notice that this video is an amalgam of all the other videos because Elvis couldn't be bothered turning up to the video shoot that we had planned. We all fucking driven out to some motorway service station again at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning to be met by somebody who says, oh, Liam ain't coming. I'm like, what? He's like, well, Liam ain't coming because he didn't like the script. It was the first time, I think it was the first time a single got to #1 in the charts and didn't have a video. We had to make this. This is cobbled together out of a load of other videos that came out ages afterwards. But the song is fucking brilliant. I love this song. And unfortunately, we never really did it justice live. Someone described it as, at that time, you know, it was like the first indie #1 that really meant anything, you know. The first time a contemporary English rock and roll band that got to #1 in fucking years. You know, listening to it now, this song, shit like this don't happen anymore. You know, there's bands around now like we were then, like the Arctic Monkeys, I guess, and Kasabian, but everything is a bit, everything's polished and there's a campaign behind everything. All the people who worked for us at this point, we were just fucking making it up as we were going along because no one had ever been this big before, so we didn't know what the fuck was going on, you know. Everyone was having a ball and not taking it too seriously. We recorded this song in because it's part of Morning Glory, but I don't ever see it because we never done it in the Morning Glory sessions, so it's kind of weird. We never done it in that 12-day period where we done the rest of the album. If I remember correctly, we done this in Loco Studios, which is another place in Wales just up the road. We done it over a weekend, and I thought at that point it's the greatest thing since sliced cheese. Would you think about it? It's some fucking achievement. And I still think, apart from sonically, which it sounds fucking awful as I'm listening to it now, but the song itself is great. And this ending that goes on for ages was intentional. I think everybody was having such a good time recording it, nobody wanted it to stop. Oh, they faded it. That'll be an American, that. Happy days. Oh yeah, enter Alan White. That was a shot of Griggs smiling. I bet he was fucking stoned as a monkey. This song's a bit of a... This song's a bit of a throwaway for me. Although we did play it on our last tour and people did go fucking apeshit for it. It is a good song to jump up and down to drunk. Let's have it right. I don't know what roll with it means, or I don't know what any of it means. It's not. It doesn't have any significance to me, the song, or the words, or anything like that. I actually think when we got to Rockfield for the first day of recording, Whitey had been in the band for, I don't know, a week. And we all set up, and this was the first song. This is the first take of the first song that we recorded on the first morning of when we started. I think we ended up doing 2 takes of it in the end. And when we started playing with Alan, it was like, wow, fucking hell, we finally got a drummer that can play more than one style. Which is what the stuff from Morning Glory required, really, because there was tricky little songs on it, you know, like Wonderwall and Don't Look Back in Anger and that. But this is a video. I don't know where we shot this video. I'm guessing somewhere in Camden, I think. And we put, I don't know. Was this before the internet? I don't know how it was done, but there's loads of fans there for some reason. What? I don't think we're playing live in this one. I think this is just a bit of a blag. I thought this song was going to be like fucking huge. I thought it was a great pop song, but as it turns out, what's the name? Supergrass had the feel good hit of that summer with Alright. It looks like we're set up to play live. I don't think we were though. We're looking good though. We've obviously earned a bit of cash. Yeah.
You know, you're saying that the words don't mean anything to you, but like some might say and roll with it because you're plucking these phrases out that you hear people saying.
Oh yeah. I if I sit down and think about it, I guess a lot of the lines in the songs have got significance, but as a whole, you know, if we're talking about a song, my songs don't mean any. You know, this is not a song about fucking, you know, growing aubergines. Do you know what I mean? It's not. They're left open to interpretation for a reason. It's because, you know, more people get it, I guess, whatever it is, you know. But I don't know what this song is about. It's about 3.5 minutes long. That's about it. Another long outro coming up. There's a lot of joy to it though, isn't there? Seems to be a lot of joy to the playing of that. Obviously, this is Wonderwall. This song started off as I'd had the chords for fucking ages. Oh yeah. I had the chords for ages and ages and ages. I think the working title of this, not that there was a working title, but I think when I was gonna sing You're My Wonderwall, I think it was called Wishing Stone for a long time. Which, if you think about it now, is nonsense. Feels the way I do about. I remember there being a fucking debate in the studio about these drums which are about to come in, because they come in slightly in the wrong place, which they're meant to do. You know, that's how it was in my head. And I remember the lad with the sunglasses on there was, you know, convinced he knew otherwise. And it just went. An argument went round and round and round for ages till Liam said he was going to refuse to sing it, which is ludicrous when you think about it now. See that guy on the end, on the far left? That's a guy called Scott McLeod, because Griggs, bless him, had developed lazy-itis, masquerading as nervous exhaustion, whatever that means. Maybe he's having a nervous breakdown, I don't know. So Scott McLeod, that fella there, is or was a guy from a bass player from a band called the Yayas, who started up roughly about the same time as we did in Manchester. And he's a good bass player, man. He done an American tour with us when it was just blowing up there. And again, in classic Oasis style, you know, the bass player's fucking quick because his head's up his arse, and then so we get some completely unknown guy, and we toured in America for about 3 or 4 weeks, and our tour manager come to the front of the bus one night and said that she'd been talking to Scott and he wants to go home. And we were like, what do you mean you want to fucking go home? And he said he was missing his girlfriend. We were on the way to do David Letterman for the first time, and he just said, I want to go home, I miss my mates and I miss my girlfriend. And I was like, your girlfriend? Fucking hell, you play your cards right here, you'll have about 6 girlfriends by the end of this fucking tour, mate. Never mind the one up back home in fucking Oldham. But anyway, he left. You know, it was kind of weird in a way. We were faced with a choice of either to kidnap him and make him do the TV show and the rest of the gig. I don't know, did we do a gig without him? I can't remember. Or did we tell him to fuck off? I think he went home anyway, and we done David Letterman as a 4-piece and Bone had played bass. Lord not only knows what the Americans must have thought of us at this point. You know, if we weren't not turning up for videos and getting slung out of fucking recording studios, we were losing bass players. And you know, we were on the way to becoming the biggest band in the world there, and we were showing it a healthy degree of contempt, you know, which I think is a good thing. Some bands take being in bands very, very, very fucking seriously, and their careers and all that shite. I think you've got to stay true to yourself, you know. Ultimately, you know, do the graft and all that, you know, try not to let people down and be as reliable as you can, but you've got to stay true to yourself, and when shit happens, shit's just fucking happening. But there you go. That video won an award for most black and white British video ever. That wasn't an actual record playing, by the way, and he's not a real clown. I wrote this song in Paris. Oh, the bulk of it anyway. That's that old guy Steed from the Avengers. And I wrote this song in Paris, most of it. Didn't have the Sally bit. And I was doing it at a sound check at our first arena gig in Sheffield Arena, which is now called Hallam FM Arena, I think. And Liam come and said, "Who's Sally?" And I was like, "I don't know what the fuck are you talking about?" And he said, "Is that what you're singing, So Sally Can Wait?" And I was like, "No, it isn't." But it fucking is now. Nice one. And I remember playing it that night, sat on a stool to 12,000 people. No one had ever heard it. And I'd literally finished off writing it at that sound check, and I played it that night. And people who were there always say, "Oh, I was there, you know, you played Don't Look Back in Anger for the first time." Yeah, and we all knew then. It's like, fucking no, because there was utter silence after I played that song. Silence. But it's kind of become it's again, this song and Wonderwall one of quite a few songs of ours that have taken on a life of their own. They mean so much to people. Crazy. This video was shot in somebody's mansion in Bel Air, in America. Again, the Americans are involved all of a sudden, all the time. It's the first time I'd sung. I mean, I hate videos at the best of times, which we've already spoke about. But actually being in a video where you're the actual fucking supposed to be the front man is just the biggest pain in the fucking arse ever. You know, a guy actually said to me on this video shoot, can we do that bit again, but can you do it with a bit more energy in your eyes? I still have no idea what he meant by that to this day. I don't know. Do you want me to fucking stare at you like a fucking serial killer? I don't know. Nonsense. And you'd have thought, with all the money we spent on it, they'd have made that drum kit look like it was floating on the water instead of looking like it's on a fucking white plastic drum riser. You know, you would have thought with all the fucking money and all the, you know, it's in LA for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Get the old, what's it? The skunk works to sort it out. And there you go. Look at all those girls.
Was this meant to be a pastiche of a movie or something?
I've no photos. I don't know. I don't know. What movie?
I was wondering if it was The Great Gatsby.
That's far too highbrow for me. I have no idea. I don't know. Was it? That's news to me. If it was, fuck knows. We were just happy to meet. What's his name from the Avengers? He was a bit of a dude actually. It looks ridiculous, that drum kit now, doesn't it? Just sat on the top of a fucking plastic table in a swimming pool. Geezer. Someone came up to me at an Ian Brown gig once, a few years back, and asked me, was Sally, the girl in question, actually Sally Cinnamon from the Stone Roses song? Which I thought was fucking brilliant. And she'd obviously sat down and worked this out, and you know, she said, "Is it Sally Cinnamon?" I didn't want to spoil it for her, so I said, "Yes, it is Sally Cinnamon," which is not really, you know. But I wish I'd have said it was in the first place. That would have been a great story. There you go. Bye. See ya. Bye. Fucking bag of shite, that. Waste of a fucking afternoon. What's this now? Oh, well. Now. This is where it gets... This is fucking... What's coming up now is 7.5 minutes of... This is... Look, Griggs looks like he's going to the bookies. I look like I'm going to football. Bonehead looks like he's going to the bookies. Alan looks like he's going skiing. And our kid has just come back off manoeuvres in fucking the Outer Hebrides somewhere. I mean, the unlikeliest bunch of rock stars you've ever seen in your fucking life. This is when it was really mad times, just brilliant. Real good fun doing this album. Just a lot of drinking, a lot of fucking junk food being consumed. You can all see we look slightly fatter, I think. I do anyway. But this song, when it was written, it was you know, it's 7.5 minutes long, and I was refusing to edit it because I don't know. I was full of my own self-importance there. But I get, you know, at the time, it seemed like it meant something, I think. That's a real helicopter as well, by the way. That's not fucking CGI, that's the real deal. There's a tune in here somewhere though. I know it's long and all that, but I do kind of like. Sometimes when I play this at home on my acoustic guitar, you know, and I'm sat watching location. There's a tune in there somewhere, but it's long. I wish I would have edited it. But we were having such a good time in the studio. Got all those helicopters that cost a fucking fortune. We were having such a good time in the studio that you know, quality control went out the door a little bit, and any sense of, you know, we weren't analysing anything. We were just like, that's it, it's fucking brilliant, let's have it. And of course all the people around us were saying the same thing. They were saying, no, it is brilliant, you know. But looking back on it, you know, I don't think I'd change anything.
Where was this shot?
It's actually shot on the set of Full Metal Jacket, in which is a Kubrick film, I believe, in a gasworks in a disused gasworks. It's somewhere in the fucking south of London, but it was the place where the Full Metal Jacket had shot. I think the gasworks had been, obviously looks like it's been bombed or something, and they'd never rebuilt it, and they kind of hired it out as a film set, and they put up, you know, if they look at the writing on the buildings, I think it's significant to some kind of Vietnam War or something. Now I don't know where all these people are going, or where they've come from, or why they're running even, or why they're all dressed in camouflage. When Paul Weller first seen this video, he described it as, yeah, seen your fucking video yesterday. I said, yeah, what do you reckon? And he said, yeah, it's fucking apocalypse yesterday. Which I don't know the significance of any of this helicopters and camouflage and fucking all this gear. It's mental. They are nice sunglasses though, I would have to admit. I think there's 100 guitar tracks on this song. It sounds like it anyway. This is fucking nonsense. This was lauded at the time. Everybody thought this was the future, the past and the present of rock and roll.
Wasn't this all had to be kept very, very secret?
Oh, there was a lot of bullshit around this album. Like, people could listen to it, but they weren't allowed to. They could listen to it, but they weren't allowed to tell anybody they'd heard it. It was fucking nonsense. It was very, very embarrassing. It was, yeah, there's nothing to do with anybody in the band, I might add. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that was. You know, or was it you could have it, but you weren't allowed to listen to it, but you could tell it. You could tell somebody that you had heard it, but you'd heard it, but you'd not listened to it properly. I don't know. I think we fucking copped a lot of flack for that. It's the kind of thing shit like that really fucking annoys me when I think about it, because if I'd have known that, I'd have just been like, you know, I don't give a fuck if it leaks out. I really couldn't care less, you know. But people were getting so up their own arse about it at the time. You know, I remember somebody on the news holding up the cover on Channel 4 News saying, "We've got it. We're not allowed to say that we've heard it, but this is the cover." You know, it's quite. It was embarrassing, but it was mad. But the thing about it now, it's mad as fuck. You know, it was like, no wonder we thought we were fucking superhuman beings. You know what I mean? We just don't get that from indie music anymore, do you? Whatever what you want to call it. Music's fucking nonsense these days now, isn't it? It's all about, I don't know. Bands are rubbish, aren't they? They think about it too much these days. That was us leaving, going off to a party somewhere. There's a minute of feedback at the end of this. Unbelievable.
You ever play this live?
Oh yeah, twice. No, we played it a lot on that tour. Yeah, it's just long though. Really fucking long. I enjoyed it though. I think I might resurrect it for my new skiffle band. Yeah. Peace and love. Fuck, I haven't seen this since the day it was shot, probably. Is this real? Is this a real video? Size of bone and shirt. That's fucking insane. We look like we're wearing someone else's clothes in all these videos. It's fucking bananas. I don't know where this song come from. This whole period is a blur for me. Is that Phil Mitchell? No, it's not. It's a blur for me. It's fucking just wrapped up in the good times, man.
Sing me something new. Don't you know the wind and rain don't know. They only seem to come and go away. Times are hard when things you've got no meaning.
Yeah, I'm not having any of this.
Found a key upon the floor. Maybe
Is this leading up to something? Have you seen this video?
believing the things we find.
It's all backwards.
Oh. Right, pity the song is. That might have sounded a bit more interesting.
Sing me some.
Oh, I see. It's shot in revert. Oh, I get it. It's like off those fucking adverts, isn't it? Right, where you think where things are not what. Yeah. Wow. Must have took somebody fucking minutes to come up with that, and it would have cost 250 grand.
Stand by.
That's not a real radio station, surely.
Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me.
I don't quite know what to say at this point.
Nobody knows the way it's gonna be.
I've noticed that the orange amps are in almost all the videos. I've never noticed that before.
Yeah, well, because we were so busy shooting them in between tours and all that, our gear was on the road, and we knew the people from Orange, and you'd ring them up and ask them for an amp, and they'd send you 500. I've got fucking hundreds in a lockup somewhere, shitloads of them. I could start my own fucking amp shop. Yeah, we'd say, oh, we need a couple of amps for video. They send you like, 6 each or something. Are they twins? Yeah.
Talking on my phone. There is one thing I can never give you. My heart will never be your own. So what's the matter with you? Sing me
I have to say, in all these videos, if you need 4 guys to walk around in slow motion, we were we were the best at that.
stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be.
Do we get to see what happens at the end of this? We do, don't we?
Nobody knows the way it's gonna be.
Well, it's obviously in England.
Stand by me. Nobody knows.
Yeah, I wonder what's happening. Let's see where this motorbike gets to. Maybe the motorbike's rushing to the radio station to say, "Stop! This is shit." Do you think? Maybe someone's going to take him away in an ambulance or something. It better all come together here because it's nearly the end of the fucking song.
It's gonna be.
Here we go.
Oh, the guy's saving the girl from being run over.
Oh, don't spoil it for them now. Is that right? Right. Where does this motorbike end up? Fucking hell. Done that a few times. So she's dead. Alright, so there's a death in the video. That's nice.
Stand by me. Nobody knows the way it's gonna be. Stand by me. Nobody.
Is that it? Is that it? I want my fucking money back for that. That's disgraceful. What is the what the? Why did they end up in hospital? And who's that helmet? Was she on the bike? Hang on a minute. That's a bit fucking mad, that one. That's not a real flower, by the way. This is a cartoon. I wrote this song, right? As ludicrous as it sounds, this is the last song on our third album, and I wrote it. And we were jamming this before we even had a record deal. I remember when we do gigs, Bone would say, "Why don't we play that song?" And I was like, "Well, fucking number one, it's 11 minutes long. Number two, it's his third album gear." And he was like, "Third album? We've not even got a fucking manager. What are you talking about a third album for?" But you know, I believed, man. This is obviously some parody of. I don't know what it is. This is a parody. It's a parody of a video. All those, I think those suits were made for us by Paul Smith.
Time keeps rolling by. All around the world.
Yeah.
Spread the word. Tell them what you heard.
Got a fucking guitar. It's green. What a load of shit.
All around the world. You gotta spread the word. Tell them what you heard. You know it's gonna be okay. What you gonna do when the walls come?
If anybody's listening to this at home, you'd be advised to probably go and fucking mow the garden or something, because this goes on for ages and ages. Is that, yeah? A spaceship. Psychedelia.
If you're lost at sea, well,
Pete Doherty there.
take me away, 'cause I just don't wanna stay. And the lies you make.
Oh, this is fucking bananas. Sorry, that fish? A fish just hit a submarine.
These are crazy days, but they make me shit.
They are really ill-fitting suits as well, aren't they? Fucking hell. And I bet they cost a fucking fortune.
You gotta spread the word. Tell them what you heard. We're gonna make a
Do you get designers approaching you saying we want to make stuff here?
Nah, not me, personally. No, what would you design for me? Nothing. I only hope that we were all fucking shit-faced when we were doing this. We would have been doing this against we would have been doing this against a green screen or a blue screen, so this would have been fucking like pulling teeth all day. The guy saying, "Can you guys try and imagine a big fish eating a little fish, which is eating a submarine? You're all in a spaceship. Big fucking little fellas are firing pencils at you." I like this bit though, not the video. This bit of the tune sounds good though. He was always good for a na-na-na, him, the singer. That's the worst looking spaceship of it. It looks like a fucking trumpet on acid. Maybe that's the thing though.
gotta spread the word. Tell them what
Robbie Williams based his entire fucking career on this song. That's what I hate about this. Is that a man with legs made of sausages? That's not real. Someone's having a fucking... I know for a fact that's got nothing to do with this song. A man with legs made of sausages. Fucking hell. Oh, Lord. Yeah. I mean, you know, the 3 key changes. I'm having the, I'm having the scope and the sentiment of that, but it sounded great at the time. It doesn't sound too clever listening to it now, you know. We're in China now because we're going all around the world, see. Are they masturbating that? Hang on a minute, that's a bit fucking suspect, isn't it? Good Lord, shut up. No, it's horrible, what are you talking about? That's not real, jumping out of that plane. Fucking hell. Whitey looks good in his suit. I'll give him that. This is fucking nonsense. I'm actually getting fucking annoyed watching this now. It's making me feel kind of like that. That's my heart beating there like that. What about pigs don't fly and never say die? That's surely somebody. Why did somebody fucking stop me at that point and say, let's just, he's gone on holiday. Not again. Can we stop this now? How long's left on there? About another 5 minutes. Fucking good Lord. Oh, good Lord. I bet that somewhere this song is still going on somewhere, even when it finishes. Do you know what the fucking maddest thing is? It fucking got to #1. It's one of our biggest ever selling tracks. Some people are fucking stupid. Pigs don't fly, never say die. You know, whatever. Ah, no. This is a bit more like it. I fucking love this tune. See that bit that came up there? MTV used to have big captions on videos then, and video director thought it'd be a good idea to put that in. And they wouldn't play it on MTV because we'd fucked up their fucking thingy-majig, I think, as I remember correctly. That's my excuse anyway. I love this tune.
What do you actually say? Is it pick up the bass?
Oh, who knows? That's, you know, random shit that comes into your head and you think it'll be great, and then you listen to it 10 years later and just get embarrassed by it. But I wrote this song in New York when I was on my holidays, and I seen it might have been graffiti on the wall that said "the right time is always now," and I love that. And I went back to where I was staying at the time in Greenwich Village, and wrote this tune. I've got to say, it's possibly with this and Fucking in the Bushes is the best thing off that album. That album was a bit it was a very strange time. It was kind of the opposite of the album that come before it, which was so euphoric and everybody was having such a fucking brilliant time, but the having such a good time that, you know, we forgot that we were supposed to be making, like, you know, tunes and stuff. And this was kind of the opposite. We were kind of we weren't having a good time at all, you know. Bonehead and Griggs we didn't know at the time, but they were getting ready to leave. And it was, we were all in this Christian Dior's mansion in the south of France I was there for 3 months. It was great, as I remember. We'd all kind of come out the other side. Me personally, I'd come out the other side of the fucking fame and drug thing, and I was off the booze and off the drugs, but that was an odd time. But then again, when Griggs and Bonehead left, and Andy's not in this video, so he mustn't have joined by this point. So it must have been a real rush job to get Gem in. He must have thought, well, fuck it, we've got a video lined up. Gem looks weird there, doesn't he? He looks skint. That's what Gem looks like there. He looks skint. It is a good tune though, I've got to say. Magnificent bass playing. I actually play it on the record as well. I do like slapping the bass, you know. We look like we've been to the same barbers in this video, which is no bad thing. I wonder what it must have seemed like for Oasis fans though. Because you see all those tunes and all those videos with everybody in them, and then all of a sudden there's Gem's there, you know. I mean, it's the most natural thing in the world now, because he was in the band for 10 years, but it must have felt like, what the fuck are these, what are they up to now, you know what I mean? Funnily enough, on this video shoot, right, it was shot in the middle of summer, it fucking pissed down for 2 days. It wasn't supposed to piss down. We thought we were going to get electrocuted under that thing there that was supposed to look like a spaceship. Lying bastards. That's supposed to be a spaceship taking off. It looks like a lot of scaffolding sinking. Tune though. There's no denying that. Oh, this is another... Can we listen to this with the sound down? It sounds good, this tune. It's a great production job on this. It's very... You know what I mean? Everything sounds great about it. It's a bit slow and meandering. It's not really... I don't know why it was a single. But, we're in... Here, where are we? We're in Death Valley. In the Nevada desert, I think it is. Or maybe it's not. Fuck knows, I'm not really big on geography. It's in America, though. And, I wrote the song on a beach in Thailand. It must have been a fucking good day, because it's there's a lot of harmonies on that, isn't there?
I was going to say, who's singing on it?
Well, I don't know, have a guess. Liam would have been doing the lead vocal, obviously. I'll be doing all the harmonies.
Is there loads and loads of tracks of it?
Oh, fucking would have been just bazillions there. Look how young Andy Bell looks there. He looks like he's fucking 16. Yeah, I look back on this period as kind of... kind of looking around for inspiration. I felt very uninspired at this point. You know, we shouldn't have really made this album, if I'm being honest. I think there's good stuff on it. I think Fucking in the Buses is great. Go Let It Out is great. And Gas Panic is great. And some of the B-sides off these singles are quite good. But I think it was a time of treading water almost. We made an album because we didn't really have a fucking clue what we were going to do. You know, looking back on it now, we should have had 5 years off or something, you know. But wow, I'm listening to this now on headphones, and there's fucking shit loads of overdubs on this. No wonder it took 3 months in the studio. Spent all day walking across there. Yeah, could you just do that again? I mean, walking in videos is somebody sussed out there, aren't they? At some point, like 10 years into it, all they're prepared to do is walk. They'll walk and play. They can walk and play at the same time, but walking and playing is basically what they do, and standing still and looking bored. In the later, as we get on here, you see in the later bunch of videos, we don't appear in them hardly at all. It's like I'd sussed it out. It was like, fuck that. There's no point, you know what I mean? What's the fucking point of being in them? This is another long fucking meandering song about nothing in particular. But I guess it was one record we had to get out of our system, I think. I'd written all the songs and done all the demos, and it was a bit of a, shall we make a record? Do we have one? No. Yeah, I guess. You know, there was no real oomph about it. And I guess if you don't feel that as a songwriter, that's going to come through in your songwriting eventually. Who the fuck was that old fella? Look at Whitey. Oh, I apologise to you if you listen to this, Whitey, that we made you do that. It's bang out of order. Thank God that's over. What was the next one off this? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I fucking hate this next tune. I really fucking hate it. Oh. That bit's good though. I don't ever remember that bit. That's really good. Is that on the record? It fucking can't be. Oh, this is shite. Remember that guy in the video being Scottish? Don't know why I feel that's important to tell you that, but there you go. Fucking hell. I don't know. Do you? Do you? I don't know. I don't. Nice car. I've got one of those cars in black. A Mark II Jag.
Have you passed your test yet?
Oh, fuck. Didn't stop me buying a fucking car for 110 grand, though. I had it built. For me. And I thought by the time I was like, it's right about the time of BA now. It was, I'd seen something that these people find old cars and they build, like, they put new cars inside them, and I thought, I remember going to the factory in Wolverhampton and saying, right, I'll have a Mark II Jag, blah, 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 blah. And they say, well, it'll take about a year to finish. And I said, I'll have easily passed my test in about a year. A year later, it turned up at my door. I was so fucking out of it, I couldn't even remember ordering it. I've still got it. It's in a garage. It cost me 17 grand a year to fucking kit. That car's cost me a fucking fortune. It is beautiful, though. I'm trying to get rid of it if anybody wants to buy it. If you're 5'8", it's perfect for you because it was built to my fucking specifications. It's a fucking nice car. It's got a great engine.
How many miles has it done?
It's done quite a bit. I borrowed it to one of our roadies once who he ran it up and down to Yorkshire, and a mate of mine, Mark Coyle, who produced Definitely Maybe, Pop Pickers, he had it for a bit. It's done a few miles. But it's fucking beautiful. It's black. It's got a red leather interior. Spoked wheels. It's enough to make you want to drive. But I've never been one for driving. I can't be fucking arsed. Do you drive?
Yes, I do.
Do you want to buy a car?
I don't know. Could I get 2 baby seats in the back?
No, it's only got 2 seats. It's a fucking sports car, man.
It's alright.
It sounds like a fucking death march.
It must be a weird emotion having written a song that so many people love and then you can't stand it.
Yeah, because at the time I'd have thought this was fucking brilliant. It just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. I don't know what I was thinking at the time. Particularly if you think of the stuff that's gone before. The fuck are these people? Is that our road crew? Nice jewellery though. I've blinged up there before it was fashionable. Yeah, it makes me feel very uncomfortable listening to this, I have to say. Are these lot playing imaginary football? Jesus Christ. Maybe if it wasn't so slow. It's just kind of fucking meandering on and on and on and on. That's exactly how I feel, mate. Is he trying to get to the CD player? Fucking dreadful. See, now this is where it picks up again a little bit. This is the first record that me, Gem, and Andy and him there we've made together. So there's a lot more oomph to this period of Oasis. It's kind of, we're in an upward trajectory again, I think. There's a lot more joy to the music. Funnily enough, I had that guitar riff, that kind of psychedelic one, for years. I was doing sound checks for years and years and years. Don't know why it took so long to write this song. Just lazy bastard, I guess. The Hindu Times is an actual real newspaper in India, I think. Somebody, I don't know where I would have seen that. How would I have seen it?
On a t-shirt.
Yes, on a t-shirt. And I seen it and I thought, what a fucking brilliant name for a tune. This is obviously a song about taking drugs, by the way. We produced this album ourselves, by the way, in my studio in Wickham. Not that that's got any significance to anybody apart from us. Can't believe how young Andy Bell looks there. That's outrageous. We never stole that from the BBC. That's a prop. Oh, there's my Union Jack guitar. Wonder what that was there for. I'm kind of enjoying listening to this and watching this. I've not seen this video for ages, but it's kind of quite I remember it not being too displeasant to make. I think with us there was always the fact if you let us bring guitars into the video shoot, we'd be alright because we'd sit and meander about on them all day. But if we're told to fucking walk up and down the desert for 6 hours, somebody's going to get insulted at the end of that. Still got these cardboard cutouts of those girls with the guns somewhere. And they're in Wheeler End for ages, most of the props for this. Yeah, I like that. Not bad at all. Good day's work. That's weird though, isn't it? Skeleton drinking milk. I had a real problem with this video at the time. Well, I'll tell you at the end. I do like the song though. The song. I think the song was pretty successful for us. I think it came out at the time of England getting knocked out of the World Cup, and they played it. I think England had been beaten by Brazil and they played David Seaman crying. The big doofus. And they played this at the end credits. Perfect symmetry. You couldn't have planned it any better. And we didn't plan it, it was just kind of that. It's the way it panned out. It is another meandering kind of over emotional tune though. I mean, I don't know what the significance is of the chick driving around on a fucking bus looking at the sky. I don't know what that's all about. Or even who that girl is. I don't know what. She's got a nice afro though, it's got to be said. Nice pair of sunglasses. There's the orange amps again. Fucking hell. The irony of it all is I've never ever plugged my guitar into an orange amplifier to play it fucking live. Maybe once. They're always just in the videos. This bit where this girl is kind of dousing herself in liquid. Did we get that bit there? Right, so she's coming out of a garage there. Now the suggestion is that she's filled that. To me, the suggestion is she's filled that carton up with petrol, right? I'll tell you what the fucking director said to me at the end of it, right? Which I was like... So I'm sitting there watching this video thinking, is she gonna fucking set herself on fire? Like some mad fucking Buddhist monk. She's contemplating it. You know, the religious thing there, right, I'm fucking off. I've had my Jesus coffee. I'm out of here, down the gear. It's another song that sounds good when you're playing at home on an acoustic guitar without the rest of the band. Leona Lewis done a cover of this, didn't she? Good girl. Somebody said to me, what did you feel about Leona Lewis covering that song? And I was like, what do I feel about it? Have you got anything to say about it? So there's only one word. In fact, it's not even a word. It's more like a sound effect. It just goes fucking ka-ching. Thank you very much. So this girl, she's sitting down. She's fucking had enough of around looking at the sky all day. And she's covered herself. She's got matches. This is only going to end in fucking tears, this is. No, I'm confused at this point. I'm thinking, I don't know what the fuck's going on. He's thinking deeply about something. So she strikes the match. Is she covered in petrol? And I'm thinking, alright, why is she not burst into fucking flames here? Do you know what I mean? You know what the director said? It wasn't petrol, it was holy water. What, that she bought from a fucking garage? That she bought from a garage? That's fucking... That defines nonsense, that ending to me. I remember getting up, walking out, thinking, oh, fucking hell, what's this? Now, Robert Carlyle is not that small in real life. We'll just point that out. And he doesn't sing this song either. He's miming there, and there's computer trickery going on there. He's actually of a quite average height and build.
We dream our dreams alone with no resistance, fading like the stars we wish to be.
This song is a very fucking... It was odd coming after Stop Crying Your Heart Out, because it was kind of two mid-paced, slowish fucking tunes in a row, which is never a good thing. But we were obviously, you know, it felt like we were just starting out again as a band, so kind of feeling each other out in the studio and seeing who was good at what and all that kind of gear. But it's a fan's favourite, this song. It's got a good... He's not singing there, by the way. He's growing though, he's getting bigger.
I know that sounds foolish, but it's
Yeah, it's quite a difficult verse to sing, this song, and the chorus is quite euphoric. It's always went down well at the gigs.
The life inside your head we give to you. No, I didn't mean what I just said.
I remember this video was shot opposite the offices for the TV channel Bloomberg in the City of London. And it was just full of fucking city traders taking pictures on their mobile phones all day in the fucking rain. You know. A bit of a struggle. Oh, watch your steps on. Wasn't quite taxing for me. It wasn't very taxing for me though. Can you sit on a step and play the acoustic guitar all day? Oh, I can fucking do that. No problem. It's actually shot in my back garden in Buckinghamshire. It's not really. Not that big. It is actually that big. He's not that big. Look at the size of him now. It's fucking bananas. He's gone from a fucking midget to a giant in 3 minutes. Like a dinosaur. Wait till my son sees this. He's gonna fuck his head up. He's just blown a tree over. I'm amazed he agreed to do this video. Hey, steady on. You'd have thought he'd had better things to do, wouldn't you? He's a good boy, Robert, though. He's great.
The idea of the video was to keep it really simple, like the song, and we did. They liked this one because it was simple, you know what I mean? There was no fucking lights everywhere and people putting makeup on you and fucking. It was easy, man. We couldn't afford a Bentley, I don't think. So the Jag's the next best thing, innit? Lovely coat. I don't know where I got that from. Don't know. Probably got it on me travel somewhere. Probably America or something. Bit of fur around there. It's my guitar. That was good, man. It was a nice day out. It was cold, but no, it was quiet, man. Your missus is in it at some point.
Talking to the songbird yesterday, flew me to a place not far away. She's a little pilot in my mind, singing songs of love to pass the time. Gonna write a song so she can see.
When there's an album sort of getting done, I sort of sent her just walk about or go to the pub or let people's tyres down or do something, you know what I mean? Went for a walk in the garden one day with my guitar, sat under the tree, sat down, started writing. It's 2 chords and that, so I wouldn't say, it didn't take that long, you know what I mean? But the words sort of come flowing and that, which was pretty cool. It was about someone that I'd met at the time. It was Nicole.
Especially when she came and spread her wings, whispered in my ear the things I'd like. Then she flew away into the night.
I surprised myself with the words. The words are pretty special, pretty honest. In fact, they're dead honest.
Talk of better days that have yet to come. Never felt its love from anyone. She's not anyone.
I think there might be a demo somewhere with electric guitars on it, but we took that off. Just kept it really simple. It was nice to play, you know what I mean? It was nice to play your song. Crowd liked it. It was nice to see some big lads down the front buzzing off it, you know what I mean? That's what makes a gig, isn't it? When you can admit Like you've got these things inside. All these geezers walking around thinking they're tough and all that. If there's not a songbird inside you, then you're a fucking pussy or a liar. Story of my life, mate, getting chased by dogs.
I have fond memories of this period. You know, Whitey had, well, Liam and Whitey had fallen out anyway about something. It's not important. And so, there you go. He'd gone. And we'd asked Zach to join. We recorded this particular track. I produced this. This is actually a demo. I produced this all on my own, at my own studio in Wickham. And it's fucking brilliant. Somebody once described this song as not so much a song as a stampede, which if anybody ever did see us live, don't know what I mean by that, when 70,000 people in the stadium all jumping up and down in unison to this is a sight to behold, let me tell you. But it's an absolute fucking joy to play this song, and a joy to sing, and it was a joy to write. And this is not really a bad video, to be honest. You know, I think they let us play live. I remember it being a good atmosphere around the band in this point. You know, it's always good to have a new face around, and Zach was kind of obviously a fucking brilliant drummer. Probably one of the best two ever worked with, between him and Sharrock. And you know, everyone's on the best behaviour. And it was, you know, good times, as they say.
You were saying Lila's not specific?
Well, I went through a period towards the end of writing songs about heroines. And it's not heroin, you know, heroines, you know, angels and stuff like that. So it's not about a specific person called Lila, no. But you know, it's probably about my missus, I'd have thought. Actually, her name's Sarah. But you can hear it kind of in the background. But you couldn't write that in a song because, number one, she'd want fucking royalties. So Lila, I don't know where Lila came from. I don't know anybody called Lila. I've never met anybody called Lila since, strangely enough.
Maybe she's Sally Singman's cousin.
Yeah. Or maybe not. It's a good tune though, I have to say. I like the video as well. I love that guitar solo. I played that all on my own. Yeah, you see, the thing about this video is someone's given her some drugs now and she's gone a bit mad. She's flipping out. She's had too much cake and she can't handle it. I remember it being quite an enjoyable day. Whitney again went and got absolutely fuck-faced afterwards in somebody's studio till all hours of the morning. Go on, Zach. Was that two people dressed in rubber? He fucking snuck that in, didn't he? I never noticed that. I'm seeing this video in a different light now. The S&M gear. Yeah, quite odd. Don't know who that girl is. Don't believe the truth. You know, we had a right fucking row with a journalist one night about that title, him saying, don't believe the truth, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense, it's grammatically incorrect. Fuck off, you specky idiot. That's supposed to make sense. This is a fucking brilliant video and a brilliant song. I'm having this all day. Look at Reese, majestic. What an absolute fucking geezer.
I sold my soul for the second time. 'Cause
This is the bit I produced this song as well, and I remember saying this is basically a demo. Remember writing this song in my kitchen in Marylebone. When I'd finished this song, thinking that's one of the fucking best ones I've ever written. It's concise, to the point, fucking great. And then come to do the video, and I was like, well, I was saying to the girl, I don't remember what her name is.
Dawn Shadford.
Dawn, yeah. Thinking I don't want to be in it, you know. And then they decided we were going to get an actor, and she said, well, will you be up for appearing in it in a cameo, like? And I said, what, acting? She said, yeah. And I was like, fucking hell, you know. I'm unquestionably a fucking great actor, as we're going to see coming up here now. I really enjoyed it. I was on set for about, I think we timed it at 36 minutes or something. But you know, look at Reese. What a fucking dude. Oh yeah. See, now I'm not actually having a shave there. That's acting, that is. Yeah? You know. Some would say I shine next to Reese there, you know. I'm not on screen that long. He's got like 3 and a bit minutes to pull that off. Oh, look at that. That's fucking BAFTA gear, that is. I'll admit he's a good dancer. I can't dance like that. But if you need a gruff Mancunian pretending to shave, fucking man. It's classic, this video. And this song. It's not very often in what we've been sat here now for 3 days commenting on this. And once it's all come together.
Were you consciously pushing your voice on this song, or did it just come out like that when you wrote it?
What, the falsetto thing? That was the melody. I've developed that over the last few years, just, you know. I don't think the singing's a bit weird. I don't really think I've got a good voice, but I think I'm a good singer, do you know what I mean? I can hold that melody down. Piece of piss. As many people will, if they come to see us live. But looking at this now for the first time in a few years, it's a fucking brilliant video. No wonder it got to number 1. That's fucking brilliant. Oh yeah. Let there be love. A guy called Bailey Walsh, who is famous for doing Unfinished Sympathy by Massive Attack, come to do... Who's the fucking fella in the hat? Come to do... alright. Come to do... come to give us a shout to do a video. And he said he's going to come on the road with us and do a little mini documentary along the lines of that Rolling Stones film, Charlie Is My Darling, which is all Rolling Stones stuff shot in slow motion. And it was great. It was fun to make because you're not making a video, you know what I mean? He's just kind of following you around with the camera, so you just kind of, being yourself. This song took me 8 years to write. Not consecutive days, not like 8,368 days in a row, but just on and off for 8 years. And watching this now, and this footage brings back great memories for me, like real fucking good times in those stadiums. I really enjoyed playing stadiums and playing the electric guitar. Really fucking loud. It was great. And this particular tour, I think we were at, we'd risen to our peak here, and I think we carried that peak on until right to the end as a live band. I think we were fucking unsurpassable. This is the bit that took 8 years. This middle 36 bars or whatever it is. When I finally nailed that, I was like, yeah man, it's fucking great.
What did Bailey say to you he was capturing?
It was kind of the chaos of the gigs, but in slow motion. It kind of I don't know. I kind of got what he was saying. I knew what he was on about because I'd seen the Rolling Stones film, but I mean, I actually remember when he was following us around. He was kind of, you know, he was trying to set up scenes backstage, and we were like, look, mate, you know, if you're looking for a fucking bunch of guys who are drinking Guinness out of a fucking cowboy boot at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're about fucking 15 years too late for that. That's all gone, do you know what I mean? Look at those people, magnificent. But yeah, so it's just like, just film it as it is, you know, and it was, I don't know, it's bringing back good memories, this. I loved. Who wears flip-flops to an Oasis gig? Australians and idiots. Never played this song live. One of those fucking songs that we rehearsed in sound checks day after day after day, and we had it nailed brilliantly. Never played it live, would have been good though. I love that shot of Andy. I think Bailey was trying to juxtapose the chaos of the occasion against the you know, the gracefulness of the music. I think, yeah. Of course, this is all part of a bigger film that was. The film was called Lord Don't Slow Me Down. This was like a video within the film, because the video came out that well that we said, look, why don't you come on the road for us? And he came on the rest of the tour, so he was on the road with us for about a good 8 months, I think. And that film is that not that I've seen it in ages, but it's brings back good memories. This is the same thing, our sailor. This is Bailey doing his. Well, this is in the film. If you've seen the film, you've seen the video. There you go. Not sure what this song was released for. It was released to promote the film. That's right. And this is again another demo that was done in my studio.
Did you just get on a good stomp one day and just have it?
I don't know. It wasn't. I don't know. You know, the way I write, it's not really sitting there and say, right, today we're going to do some space jazz. You know, does anybody know fucking L suspended ninth? You know, it doesn't work like that. Kind of, I sit at home and something comes, and there we go. We got the studio and we record it. And sometimes it's great, and as we've seen from this retrospective, sometimes it's shit, you know, but sometimes it is great. And then this is one of the good ones. The story behind this is a guy came to interview me in America years ago, and he was having a little problem with drugs, you know, and he thought that was significant in his life, you know, while he was doing this interview with me. And I was like, I've never had a problem with it, to be honest. And on his keyring, it had a thing, like his keyring had a written on it, you know, like a legend, I suppose. It just said, "Lord, slow me down." And he was saying that his mum and dad had got at him, you know, to remind him that, you know, the Lord was there for him and he should kind of slow down. So I, you know, quite brilliantly turned that round. I said, "Lord, don't slow me down," and you know, put it in a song. So that's Ivan Novello shit, that is. And this just looks like one long fucking stag do, doesn't it? One Love. Yeah. It does capture the fun we had on that tour. And on most of the tours it's kind of like that. It's, you know, a bunch of mates kind of travelling around, you know, trying to make it the best that it can be. Well, most of us were anyway. And oh yeah. Yeah, those fucking guys are mental, who are jumping into each other. Fucking crazy. Oh, I just won a game of Frustration here for like fucking 200 quid or something. Have you played that game, Frustration? It's fucking brilliant. Now this is a tune. I don't know what the Shock of the Lightning is, or what it means, or where it's from, or where it's fucking going. Don't know anything about it. Just wrote it. We were in Abbey Road doing the last album, Dig Out Your Soul, and our missus had gone away for the weekend. And I wrote this song and the song that's coming up after this called Falling Down. I wrote that as well over the weekend when she was up in Scotland getting pissed. I knew the minute that I wrote this and I demoed it in the studio, everybody went fucking bananas. And I knew the minute that I'd written it that it was great, you know. And I'd kind of discovered, I wouldn't say discovered, but rediscovered krautrock at the time, and the kind of the driving bass line and drums are kind of nicked from that, I guess, from Noy. But yeah, I love it. I love all the sounds in it, and I love the way it's played, and very good. Well done to me. And the video's great as well. The video is directed by the people who designed the album cover. Another one I'm not in, because at this point, and from this day forward, you know, I have refused to be in videos, because I don't, it's not my fucking bag.
You were in this one a bit?
Yeah, I turned up and I stood on a little tiny thing for about, I don't know, I was in it less than I was in The Importance of Being Idle. If I remember correctly, I had flu as well, and I was like, fucking hell. I think I'd done one run through, and that was it, and I fucked off.
Yeah, the hangover from hell, because you've been up with Jason all night.
Ah, same thing, flu, hangover, what's the difference? Still feel like shit, don't you? Yeah, it's a good video though. If you watch Sexy Boots by U2, it's very fucking similar.
Yes, we did notice that.
Yeah. You know, somebody's lawyer might have to have a word with someone else's lawyer about that. But it's nice to know that, you know, still at that part of our career we were influencing the biggest bands in the world through the medium of video. But if anybody's seen the album cover to this particular album, it's kind of the album cover brought to life. That's the concept behind it anyway. It's directed by a guy called Julian
House.
Julian House, yeah.
And Julian Gibbs.
And Julian Gibbs. Yeah. drum solo in a single. Fucking brilliant. I mean, you know, it does not get any better than that. Yeah, that bit that's going, that was Dave Sardi's sole contribution to that scene. I think really drives the song home, I think. Good gear, that.
What's that Fox all about? Fucking hell. Video's shocking. I okayed me being in the video. That bit I okayed there, looking like Clint Eastwood. That's fucking cool. But then you give it someone and they go away and start fucking about with it. You know what I mean? So I didn't okay the foxes or anything, or the owls. The fuck's that about? It's like fucking Blue Peter. I mean, I look fucking great in it, but the whole concept of it's fucking ridiculous. It was made in the Cotswolds. We were there all day. Had me in the fucking water and all this bollocks. You know what I mean? It was terrible. It's not my cup of tea, man. It wasn't meant to be like that, but that's life. It should have just been basically just walking through the streets of New York, being a fucking geezer. You know what I mean? That's what it should have been.
You know it's getting hard to fly. If I'm to fall, would you be there to applaud, or would you hide behind the mall?
Out of Time was done in Wheeler End. I think it was me, Gem and Andy and Whitey bowled up there. I think Johnny Marr might have been with us. We always went up to Wheeler End for a week just to do some of these demos that I had, just to have a laugh. Recorded a load of songs. This is one of them. I didn't have the chorus for ages, just had the verses. And like I said, I just sat on it for ages waiting. I knew it'd come. Then the chorus come and then we had the song. It's a tune. This is the only tune on that album that will stand the test of time. There's some good songs on there, but this will stand the test of time. It's a classic. Playing it live was mega. I mean, I remember we rehearsed it first time we rehearsed it. It was a bit. I think our kid and Chris and all them that were trying to get it. It went a bit Bon Jovi, so we had to have time out, as they say, to have a little chat about it. It was a bit stadium rock, so we had to change it a bit and chill it out a bit. Playing it live was fucking great. It's a top tune, it's still fresh. John Lennon thing on the end, we whacked on. Me and Gen went over to the big barn and went through a couple of interviews that we'd done, and that was the first one that popped out. Without me saying it's about John Lennon, it probably sneakily is, or it felt a bit Lennon-esque. But I didn't go out of my way to write a song about John Lennon because that would be ridiculous.
So this is Falling Down. I love this tune, and it's quite fitting that it was the last Oasis single because I think it's the best song I'd written in a long time. The greatest feel, lyrics, sounds, playing, everything's fantastic about it. Really love it. It was great to perform live as well. It's quite difficult to perform live, but it was great. I must give a shout out to Jay Darlington for this, because the little string riff, he came up with that, and it kind of took the song somewhere else. It was kind of quite a droney rock song until he played the riff that's coming in. Hello, it's a naked person. The riff that comes in kind of takes it somewhere else, makes it quite melancholy, I think, and brilliant. This bit coming in here. It's fantastic, that. It's like you're lost in space. Not the TV series, that was shite. Actually lost in space. And this video's that girl is supposed to be, or the suggestion is that she's a member of the royal family who's kind of gone off the rails a little bit. And you know, he's into the old Persian rugs and a bit of drinking and a bit of partying. Obviously wears wellies and has got a dog. And yeah, she's a bit like, fuck this royal family shit. That's not the real red arrows. We didn't pay for that flyby there. I think that's what they call video trickery. See, that's her there. She's at a party with a load of toffs, but they're all strung out on drugs, man. They're all fucked up, man. And that's her security guards are coming to pick her up to take her home. I wish I looked like that when I was on fucking drugs. I wish I looked like that. I looked like that a few times, actually. Or was it like that? No. Well, I do like this video. I like the way it's shot. And I like the fact that I'm not in it. So I don't know what her problem is with being in the royal family. I'd fucking love to be in the royal family. What's not to like? Fucking great house. Shitloads of money. Security guards. Servants, for fuck's sake. Servants! What are you crying for? Miserable bitch. Yeah, I'm trying to be in a fucking band, love. It's graft. And so we come in it here. We're supposed to be in we're supposed to be at a film. Was that a film premiere or something? Well, yeah, we're supposed to be in a film premiere, and of course, she wants to shake our hands, and we're like that. No, we're not. Nah, we're not shaking hands with a royal. And she gets upset about that. I don't know why. I would have shaken her hand in real life. I'd shake a royal's hand in real life. No question. I love Falling Down. It's fitting to me that it was the last ever single, because I think it's the best sounding of them all. If I was to sit here now and listen to Supersonic as the first and Falling Down as the last, I think, well, that's a fucking pretty good journey that is between those two. There's some shit in between, but to bookend your career with those two, that'll do me. See, and all those people there celebrating, they're celebrating the end of Oasis there with said Union Jacks. Prince Charles is like, yes, was a bloody marvellous group. Right, I'm out of here.